Hey YouTube. So today I am 15 weeks pregnant. Um, Time's really starting to go by kind of fast now that I'm back at school and like stuff is happening and I'm working and all kinds of stuff. So um, I just wanted to make this update because I don't know, I'm actually 15 weeks today. I thought about just putting it off and doing it tomorrow, but I decided that I have plenty of time to do it today, and tomorrow is a much busier day for me, so I'm going to do it now. So this week has been kind of up and down. It was good at the beginning of the week. I wasn't having as many food problems, but I wasn't as hungry either. My appetite was still kind of like, I don't know, iffy. I didn't eat a lot, but I wasn't having issues with eating, in terms of nausea and stuff like that. And then Thursday, Thursday through about yesterday morning, it was kind of when it came to food. I actually felt really sick for like an hour yesterday morning, while I was at work. I hadn't eaten much because before I go into work, I normally like to sleep and then get up about an hour before work and get ready and just make sure I get a lot of fluids in me so I don't dehydrate, and sometimes I eat. But living in a dorm room, breakfast food isn't always the easiest to come by, especially if you don't have a fridge, which I currently still do not have a fridge. So I have a microwave so I can warm things, but I don't have a fridge to keep things cold, so I can't have like milk in my room to have cereal, which is something that I would enjoy having for breakfast. And I also don't really like oatmeal unless I put milk in it. I don't like water in my oatmeal. That makes sense. So my breakfast options are kind of limited. On Thursday, I bought Pop-Tarts, but I haven't opened them yet. So I probably should have done that before work on Sunday because by the time I got about an hour into work, I was so miserable. I felt like I was gonna vomit, and all I'd eaten was like 10 Pringles, and I'd had a Gatorade to drink. So I had a whole Gatorade, so I wasn't dehydrated, but I just felt so sick, and 'cause all I had eaten was Pringles, and I was just so miserable. So I felt really bad for about an hour, and then my boss gave me my first break of the day, and I bought an apple and I ate that, and then I didn't really feel bad in terms of like feeling sick for the rest of work. I took a second a little later into work to like step out, even though I wasn't on break, to get something to drink because I was starting to feel kind of lightheaded. But other than that, I haven't since then I haven't had any problems. I had a really good dinner after work on Sunday, and I had lunch today already, and it was really good. Like, I enjoyed it. I ate a decent amount. Like, this today for lunch, I had a huge salad and 2 breadsticks, and half a smoothie. So, I had a decent lunch today. I had a pretty large dinner yesterday. I went with my friend to a sushi place, and because we used to go there all the time, and we haven't been in a really long time. So we went, and he got like normal tuna, like uncooked food sushi, and my doctor said that it's okay to occasionally have the things that it says you can't have, like raw fish if you really like sushi, or blue cheese if you really want some blue cheese on your salad or something. But I decided that I didn't really want to take any chances, so I just got vegetable sushi. I got a sushi that had cucumber, avocado, pineapple, and ginger in it. So I'd never actually eaten pickled ginger. Like, it's that pink stuff that they put on the side of the sushi plates and like things like that when you go pretty much anywhere to get sushi. And I'd never actually eaten it because I always just thought it looked funny. But in the sushi, it was really good, and I actually liked it a lot. So, and I also have been told that ginger is really good for nausea, so that might have helped with the amount of food that I ate last night. So, I don't know if it did, but it might have in terms of the amount that I ate, because it's normally when I eat a lot that I start to feel really crappy. Other than that, the only other symptom I'd say this week is sleep. It has also been pretty up and down, mostly down. It sucks because I just can't get comfortable and I roll back and forth from my left side to my right side. And thankfully I don't spend a lot of time on my back. Normally if I'm laying on my back, I like catch myself because I'll wake up and I'll be like, and I'll roll again to one of the sides. But I think a lot of the discomfort has to be with my bed being so far off the ground. I don't know if that actually has anything to do with it, but in my mind, I keep saying if I was on a bed lower to the ground, it'd be easier to get comfortable. I don't know why I think that, but I do. So that has been a really big problem, and for some reason on campus they've been doing all kinds of late night things. I know it's like ring dance week or something. I know they already had the actual ring dance, but it's like the week of festivities or whatever. And one night, I think it was Saturday, but it was at midnight, so it was technically Sunday. These loud fireworks went off and I was asleep. I had like just gotten to sleep. And right outside my window on like the green area that they call the drill field, they were setting off large, really loud fireworks literally right outside my window. There's like my building, a sidewalk, a road, and then where they were doing the fireworks. And I was like, oh my god, I'm trying to sleep. Like, I cannot be the only one trying to sleep at midnight. So why do you have to do this right now? Like, couldn't you have done this at like 9 when it got dark? Why do you have to do it now? But I know there were like 15 minutes of fireworks, and I was just like, please, this is so uncalled for. And then it took me a while to get back to sleep. But and they've also done a couple of nights where there's been cannons going off really late. So yeah, loud things late at night also not helping my sleeping. Also, I've started to have to actually get up pretty much on a regular basis, around 6 in the morning, depending on when I went to sleep, but around 6 in the morning to go to the bathroom. And I mean, that's not terrible because there are some people that have to get up at like 2 in the morning, even if they didn't go to bed till like midnight. So that hasn't happened to me. The earliest I've had to get up to go to the bathroom, I think, was like 4:45. And that's because I went to bed kind of early that day. But other than that, I haven't really had anything terrible this week. I'm definitely getting bigger because pants that I can still button are starting to like leave lines on the side of me where they're just too tight in general now. And my work pants that aren't the maternity ones that I got are also starting to do that. Like, I can still button them and hook them, but the sides where my like widest part of my hip is, it's starting to like dig into me because it's being pulled tight there first for some reason. But that's pretty much it for symptoms. I think I want to talk about my doctor's appointment that I had this past Thursday. I went and met my actual doctor for the first time. She's a very nice woman. We talked about what I could take for my headaches, so that I can actually go to work when I have a headache. And I don't know that anything that I'm allowed to take is actually going to help because it's just Tylenol, and I've never really had success with Tylenol for my headaches. So we'll see how that goes, if I actually try it or if I just keep sticking it out. I heard the heartbeat again. This time it was 155, so a little bit slower than last time, but still completely and totally normal. I'm trying to think. Oh, and they gave me like this whole goodie bag of books and magazines and tons of information and stuff like that. And they took tons and tons of blood. I think it was a total of either 5 or 6 vials of blood from me. And I was so tired when I left. I didn't go to work Thursday because I was like, look, I am going to go back to my room and I'm going to crash for a couple of hours, if not longer. And I'm supposed to be at work in an hour and a half, and that's not happening. So, I completely understood, because they're like, if you just had that much blood taken from you, we don't want you here because we don't want you to get hurt. We don't want you to, like, pass out, and they just didn't want any problems. So they were like, we completely understand. Please get some rest, feel better. We'll see you tomorrow in the morning. So I went in the next morning, and I was still really tired, but I was better. And, I think I have finally actually fully recovered from that much blood being taken from me. I've never had that much blood drawn before. But Sunday, I think the morning problem that I had, actually had something to do with that. Like the recovery process finally, like, getting back to normal with my blood levels and all of that stuff. And I think that might have been connected to the food too, because like I said, the food problem was Thursday through Sunday morning. And I got blood taken Thursday, and so I don't know. I don't know if it had anything to do with it or not, but I'm just kind of connecting the two at this point. And I got groceries on Thursday because me and my friend who had sushi last night are going to have a picnic tomorrow because the weather is supposed to be wondrous. So I got like bread and peanut butter and jelly and stuff to make sandwiches for a picnic. So yeah, those are my plans for the next day or so, and I think that's all. We scheduled my next appointment for when I will actually get to find out the gender. It's not August, I can't talk today. It's the other A month. It's April 23rd. And in April 23rd, I will go and have my anatomy scan, and I'll get to know the gender. And I was hoping to have heard back from the doctor about my blood work by now so that I could let you guys know that everything was normal there, but I don't know, so I don't know that everything's normal there, so, you'll get to hear about that next week. So anyway, I'm gonna show you my belly, and that's all. Oh my goodness. I didn't even back the chair up that time, so that was really awkward to stand up. So, this is from the front. I'm wearing, the shirt's crooked, okay, I can't fix it. I'm wearing a shirt that has like it's like a leather-ish insert on the sides, so that's why it looks kind of shiny. This is from the front with a shirt on the side. And I'm wearing a tank top under this, so. Side with the shirt up. I'm getting rather round. I don't feel like it's much bigger than last week, but it's higher, like it comes up a little further, so I'm kind of rounded. Instead of being like boop, boop. It's very round at this point. So front the shirt up. Yeah, my belly button is still flat. It's actually kind of out at this point, but yeah. So it's 15 weeks, and I don't know. I feel really huge, but that's just because I've never weighed this much in my entire life. They weighed me at my doctor's appointment, and I weighed 2 more pounds than I've ever weighed in my entire life. So, I don't know exactly what I weighed pre-pregnancy, but I'm suspecting that at this point I've gained somewhere between 4 and 6 pounds, which is a bit much for this early, but they said that since I'm so small, it's not to be like worried about because any weight gain is probably healthy for the baby. So yeah, I am currently 105.5 pounds, which is, well, at least last Thursday. Thursday I was 105.5 pounds, which is more than I've ever weighed. So, I'm pretty amazed that I'm capable of weighing this much. But anyway, that's all for this video. I will see you guys later. Much love. Bless be.